There are a number of things that you have to think about, particularly if you are formally employed or currently employed by another employer if you're thinking about starting a business. You'll probably have an employment contract, and think about this for your co-founders as well, because they may also have employment contracts, which either confer ownership of intellectual property and technology to the current employers, or which may have other restrictions like non-competes or non-solicits that may impact on your new business. So you really have to think about, what's the current landscape of your employment and those of that of your founders. Are there any problems that might arise as a result of current relationships or even prior relationships which have kind of an ongoing obligation attached to them? Another thing that you really have to think about in that context, are there any restrictions on what you're doing from an IP standpoint? There's a lot of companies out there who don't sort of do the very fundamental diligence that they need to do on a basic idea. I had a company come in one time who were basically putting forward a business idea that just flat out represented copyright infringement. And I said, have you talked to a copyright lawyer about this? Because I don't think you can do what you're proposing to do. They've been working on it for 6 months without realizing they were basically breaching the law and couldn't do it. The other thing you have to consider is whether there are any patents out there that cover the area that you're hoping to operate in, because sometimes there can be blocking patents that would basically prevent you from doing what you want to do. So those are things that you should be doing as kind of a due diligence exercise at the outset. You may have a great idea, but maybe somebody else's idea, right? And you may be unable to move it forward. So those are things for your own protection of your time and the investment of your time and interest that you need to think about at the outset.